I love those who can smile in trouble, who can gather strength from distress, and grow brave by reflection. 'Tis the business of little minds to shrink, but they whose heart is firm, and whose conscience approves their conduct, will pursue their principles unto death. It had long since come to my attention, that people of accomplishment rarely sat back, and let things happen to them. They went out, and happened to things. I have been impressed with the urgency of doing. Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Being willing is not enough, we must do. Experience never errs, it is only your judgments that err, by promising themselves effects such as are not caused by your experiments. Although nature commences with reason, and ends in experience, it is necessary for us to do the opposite, that is to commence with experience, and from this to proceed to investigate the reason. There are four powers: memory, and intellect, desire and covetousness. The two first are mental, and the others sensual. The three senses, sight, hearing, and smell, cannot well be prevented. Touch, and taste not at all. All knowledge which ends in words will die as quickly as it came to life, with the exception of the written word, which is its mechanical part. Knowledge of the tea and of the places of the earth is the ornament and food of the mind of man. As a well-spent day brings happy sleep, so a life well spent brings happy death. Common sense is that which judges the things given to it by other senses. The truth of things is the chief nutriment of superior intellects. Just as food eaten without appetite is a tedious nourishment, so to study without zeal damage the memory, by not assimilating what it absorbs. Men of lofty genius, when they are doing the least work, are most active. All our knowledge has its origins in our perceptions. A painter should begin every canvas with a wash of black, because all things in nature are dark except where exposed by the light. Once you have tasted flight, you will forever walk the earth with your eyes turned skyward, for there you have been, and there you will always long to return. If you are alone, you belong entirely to yourself. If you are accompanied by even one companion, you belong only half to yourself, or even less in proportion to the thoughtlessness of his conduct, and if you have more than one companion, you will fall more deeply into the same plight. Principles for the development of a complete mind: study the science of art. Study the art of science. Develop your senses, especially learn how to see. Realize that everything connects to everything else. Painting is poetry that is seen rather than felt, and poetry is painting that is felt rather than seen. Nothing strengthens authority so much as silence. One can have no smaller or greater mastery than mastery of oneself. Nothing can be loved or hated unless it is first understood. There are three classes of people: those who see when they are shown, those who do not see. Every now and then go away, have a little relaxation, for when you come back to your work, your judgment will be surer. Go some distance away, because then the work appears smaller, and more of it can be taken in at a glance, and a lack of harmony and proportion is more readily seen. You will never have a greater or lesser dominion than that over yourself. The height of a man's success is gauged by his self-mastery, the depth of his failure by his self-abandonment. And this law is the expression of eternal justice. He who cannot establish dominion over himself will have no dominion over others.